Welcome to Dingers and Dashers. My name is Josh alongside my cold co-host Adam. It's a great day in the snow to talk about Nats baseball. Let's get right into it, Adam. We have a new announcer in DC for the play-by-play, taking over after Bob Carpenter retiring after years of service to the organization, Dan Kolko, and I have to say, it is no surprise to me.
Oh yeah, that's awesome to see, and we saw some rumors that Dan Coco will be heading over, staying with the Nationals after Madsen is gone for the Nationals. Yeah, it's great to see. Dan Coco is a guy that, I mean, obviously I love. I remember walking around the stadium yelling Coco when he was the guy just like doing Nats post game live and the Nats pregame extra, all that stuff, and it was always fun to see. And Coco was a guy who loves interacting with fans, and he's just a great guy himself. So it's gonna be fun. The Nationals have had, I feel like, some issues right now with their announcing past like year or two after Carpenter left. I don't want to like put them out. That's just personally what I've been thinking. So I like Dan Coco joining the team. I think he's got a great voice for sports.
Well, yeah, I mean, Carpenter last season was his final one. But he's been on that kind of part-time status the last.
Not Carpenter. Carpenter hasn't been an issue, but the other guy that was with him. No offense, he's
Well,
still gonna be there
FP.
probably, but
Oh, Kevin
not.
Franzen.
Yeah. All right.
Me and
Sorry,
my
I just put Kevin. I just put your boy Franzen on the notice there. I'm
no,
not
no,
nothing against
he,
him, but
he's my boy, but he's not a good color commentator. I think that yeah. Here's what I'll say. I love Dan Coco as like one of those sideline reporters. I didn't really like him at all when he did play-by-play last year. I found him a little bit bland. I found that there wasn't a lot of personality in his calls. Like Bob Carpenter, you could tell he cared. The Nats radio announcer has such an iconic voice. You could tell like he truly cares. I didn't really find that in Dan Coco. Maybe this season now it's his full-time role. He might get there. But yeah, him and then God, whatever nightmare you have in Kevin Franz in the booth who I find him entertaining for sure, and I like to listen to him as like oh yeah, we're a garbage franchise and here's our announcers to show for it. But if the Nats are
yeah,
gonna get serious, I think Kev has to go.
I'm kind of with you actually. I didn't even think about Coco announcing last year. I kind of forgot, but I'm kind of with you. These announcers aren't too amazing, Josh, and I think it's due to the Nats having to go young now with announcing because the old guys are out of here. When you lose your long time announcers, and most teams usually keep announcers for a long period of time, and then now the Caps have those long guys, who we love obviously. But when you lose those guys, you have to go young, and it's always hard to find the right guy to fit. And the Nationals might mix around and try to find somebody when they become good and they're not in this rebuild. But this year, we'll have to see. So I'm not going to judge them before they get on they get started, but we'll see.
Well, Adam, I happen to know two young guys who have nothing to do this summer who could potentially step into the role if needed.
Hey, hook us up. Email us at dingersandDashers@gmail.com. We're always interested for all your updates, all your internship stuff. Like, we're free this summer. We have nothing going on. I mean, a lot of podcast stuff, but
Oh,
yeah,
lots.
a lot
Yeah,
of
this
podcast
summer
stuff.
this podcast is gonna hit a new level. We're gonna be traveling a lot through the spring, so we're still trying to figure out exactly how we're gonna get content. We're still gonna get content to you every week, but we're gonna have to figure out exactly how that's gonna happen. Um, this summer the podcast is gonna be off the charts, man. We're gonna be in DC. We're gonna be doing live episodes. We're gonna be everywhere. You're gonna be able to come meet us, hang out with us, go to games with us. It's gonna be amazing. Um, but
Sorry,
when
my
we're
butt's getting a little cold. I got to stand up for a little bit. This is the angle for you guys right now, but yeah, let's
you know
get
what
underway.
you know what? Let me get the stool out of here. Let me join you right now in the standing up. Adam, we will be at a lot of games this summer, but we don't know what the team is exactly going to look like this summer. CJ Abrams has been getting a lot of talk on the free agent or the trade market right now. The Yankees are really interested in him. So are the Giants, but Paul Taboni's not convinced.
Yeah, Josh. I know a lot of people have been seeing the updates. The San Francisco Giants made a huge push on C.J. Abrams, trying to get him. Apparently, willing to give up any one of their top prospects for C.J. Abrams, even multiple of them. But the Nationals, they're not going for cheap right now. They are not willing to give up C.J. Abrams for anything less than perfection. I know the Yankees we just saw they're rumored to be making a strong push right now at CJ Abrams as it is. But the Giants are no longer CJ Abrams candidate as I was told by a lot of articles and stuff. Because yeah, the Nationals said no, we're not willing to do it with you guys. You guys don't have what we want for him unless you're willing to go above and beyond. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit about what Paul Taboni said. I was getting my phone out so I can read you his quote that he went on 106.7 The Fan. Go check them out. They're a great radio show that me and Josh obviously listen to. Um, he said, "We'll field calls. I'll give you the cliche response that probably every GM in every sport gives. We'd be dumb not to listen, right? It's not like we're calling other teams and looking to trade CJ. While we'll always listen, we're going to take it day by day and see what comes our way. If there's something that makes sense, we'll talk about it, but it hasn't even come close at this point in time. Yeah, the Nationals, they'll field calls for him, but they're not shipping him away as it is right now."
And yeah, that absolutely is the cliche response for any GM to have. But I like that a lot because you trade away Mackenzie Gore, one of your biggest trade chips, and you get a lot of prospects, and those don't really have guarantees. So I want to have more guarantees. Obviously, you can't guarantee a player's season, but I want big league proven talent if we're shipping out another big name. And I don't want to ship out CJ Abrams and get a bunch of decent guys on 1-2 year deals. No, I want young, promising players. Like if we give the Tampa Bay Rays CJ Abrams, I want Junior Caminero back. I want something like that. I want a
That's
guarantee.
never happening, but I know what you're
Well,
saying. That's
yeah,
I mean that's never happening. But
no, the Rays would never trade Junior Caminero for just CJ Abrams straight up. But you know what I'm saying? I want a guarantee. If the Orioles somehow got CJ Abrams, I want Gunnar Henderson back. I want an MLB player who's proven, and I honestly want more than one, or I'd take a player and like two minor leaguers or a prospect, something like that. I don't want five prospects that I honestly hadn't heard of until the trade happened. Um, I don't want draft picks in the future. I want players now because we already have those draft picks now. We already have those prospects. I want to see a good mix and a good balance. Um, I want to see that. And maybe we could talk about now the starting pitching for the Nats this season. It's pretty unfinished. You know,
yeah,
your
Josh,
your num your number one pitcher right now is Cade Cavalli, and he's great, but he's pitched in like 10 MLB games. He's not your number one guy right now.
yeah. So Josh, we've talked about it. The Nationals right now on a rebuild. Um, we don't think they're going to make a push this year, and it's clear that they aren't. So do you think that the Nationals need to go get a proven number one
Yes.
starter right now and
Yes.
make a
Yes.
big? You do?
Yes.
Go
Absolutely.
into
And
a little detail. Yeah, yeah.
I think Paul Taboni does as well. I think he said, we sold in the starting pitching market, but we're not out of that market right now. And I think Paul Taboni is looking to buy one or two big name starting pitchers. And I'm not saying Yamamoto, get on a plane to DC, you're coming to the Nats. But I'm saying I think that the Nats are absolutely gonna go get themselves a starting pitcher or two. And I'm not talking about a starting pitcher like Mitchell Parker. I'm talking about yeah, man, in his
Mitchell
debut.
Parker takes a lot of strays on this show. Him and Trevor Williams, they take a lot of strays on this show, dude.
I mean, when your ERA is like 7, you're gonna catch some strays. When you're
48, but
setting when you're setting MLB records for worst ERA, you're gonna get some strays on the show. But yeah, I mean, let's talk about it for a sec, though. Honestly, Mitchell Parker, Adam, debut, strikes out Shohei Ohtani, gets a win on the road against the Dodgers, and then he can't beat the fucking Rockies the next year.
yeah, Josh, it's inconsistency from guys that you expect consistency. If you go into our Capitals podcast that we just talked about, guys that we expect consistent day after day production, you're not getting it on either the Capitals or the Nationals, and not and on any DC sports. Last year, Jaden Daniels was elite. This past season, he was pretty trash. Gonna say
He
a lot of it was because
he
a
had
lot
a
of it was
lot
because of
of
injuries. He had a lot of injuries,
yeah.
a lot of
Thank
stuff going
you.
on. He didn't have a great team around him this year, but yeah, it's inconsistent from guys you expect consistency, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not gonna take any Jaden Daniels slander on the podcast here, but I think the Nats are gonna be in a decent spot to start the season. Oh, Josh Allen. There you
Yeah,
go,
it's
bud.
sad that the Bills are out. Sad what's going on with the organization right now and the Pagula
Mm.
family. But
Oh man.
I always got to back up my boy Josh, and
All
sleeves
right,
are
bet.
out. Let's go. Yeah, Come on.
back to the Nats podcast that we are on right now after we've taken you through half the NFL and part of the NHL. I think the Nats are going to be in a good spot. I think Paul Tabone is doing a good thing right now with the starting pitching. I know it's tough to lose a guy like Mackenzie Gore. We did a live stream about that, talking to some fans. Make sure to go check that out. I think the Nats will be just fine. And I think in 3 years the Nats can be. I'm not saying the top of the division, but I'm saying I think they can be healthy competition within the NL East.
Yeah, I think a big free agent signing, a big free agent pitching signing would go a long way to what the Nats are doing right now in their rebuild because they do have pitching prospects in the top 100. And we talk about the rankings are and everything. But the Nationals right now have 4 top 100 prospects, Josh. Eli Willits, at number 13, the youngest top 100 prospect of all time. So that's pretty cool to see right there, Eli
Yeah, he's
Willits. I mean,
17.
He's 17. He's actually a dog, and he gets too much hate because the Nationals picked him number 1, and he wasn't expected to go there. People were like, "Why did they do this?" And obviously other guys wanted Jackson Holiday. I mean, wanted Ethan Holiday and other guys. But but Eli Willits is a dog, and we can't forget that he'll be a great player one day. Just it's a matter of fact when he's going to actually make it to the MLB.
Couple
Um,
years, couple years.
hopefully a couple of years. But then you still have great pitching prospects like Travis Sikora, the number 54 overall prospect, who we know is going to be very good. We like him a lot in this podcast, as well as Warland Susana, who's number 80 overall prospect.
That's my guy right there.
I love Warland Susana. That guy. Go watch some of his minor league highlights right now.
Flamethrower.
He is incredible. That guy has a lot of energy towards him. He's got a lot of aura that could just flames off him right now. And then another guy we talked about in our last podcast, Harry Ford, the number 71 overall prospect.
Oh yeah.
That catching prospect, the guy from the Mariners, and so the Nats have a lot of potential. They have a good farm system right now. So I think if we are able to build around them with some more top guys, I think starting this year isn't a problem to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like Riley Adams has not been signed to a team yet, so designated for assignment still. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that he could be sent down to AAA if he clears these waivers in the next couple days. Nats looking to get something going. You need that mentorship from a big starting pitcher, someone who's had the wheels turning for seasons now. Aaron Judge, the cover of MLB The Show 26, second time in his career being the cover. From a game standpoint, I hate him so much and I can't stand Aaron Judge, but from a personal standpoint, man, good for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually if you see the cover, Josh, it's a pretty
I
nice
saw.
looking cover.
It's a nice cover.
Yeah, it's a nice looking cover. Aaron Judge, I think his second time being on the MLB The Show cover. I like to see them do new things, try new players with it, maybe a little bit of a up and coming player. But it's a nice cover, and Aaron Judge, no guy in the league that could deserve it more than it. Maybe Shohei, but he's probably on the cover every single year other than this one. So
Adam,
yeah.
January 28th, 2026. Let's offer our predictions. And by the way, that is the date today. The 28th of January, 11:59 a.m. Adam, MLB The Show 27. Who you got on the cover?
Cover athlete 27.
I got two.
Man.
I got two players on the cover there together.
Man, if a guy like I know the MLB loves a guy like Max Clark who's in the minors and Josh is someone that obviously isn't like a known guy right now, but the MLB loved him when he was out of high school. He was like this aura-filled guy. I think if he makes his debut this year and he's like turns out to be really good, I could see him on the cover in the next couple of years. Well, my 2027 pick, Josh, I'm gonna go with Cal Raleigh of the Seattle Mariners. I think the big dumper's just got a name for himself, and if he has another amazing year this year, which I think he will, hits a bunch of homers. Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, how could they not put him on the cover?
Yeah, I was thinking Cal Raleigh or Junior Caminero because Junior Caminero started to pop up in home run derbies, started to have him in all-star games, and like he's starting to get a lot of attention. But then I was thinking like, what about a guy like Jacob Wilson or Nick Kurtz? You know, those guys also having amazing years. So
Nick Kurtz.
Nick
I like that guy.
Kurtz
I like Nick Kurtz.
is amazing. And I also think that a guy like Jacob Wilson, you know, he had a great rookie year and he's going to continue to have great seasons. I know I'm moving around a lot right now, but got some energy. It's early in the day,
My
earliest
butt
I've
just
been
keeps
up in
getting
like a
cold,
week.
man. I want to sit, but
Man,
like I want to give you guys a better angle, but this is
I
fine right
mean,
now because
I'm on a wooden stool, so that's starting to hurt my bottom as well. Um, but yeah, I think next year it's gonna be one of those like not one of those mega stars like oh it could so be Yamamoto next year and Sasaki or something
yeah,
like that.
it could be. What if we had like a little what if we had like a little Japanese three-way with Shohei Otani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and Roki Sasaki as the three
That
guys
would
on
be
the
awesome.
cover? Josh, that'd be
Well,
crazy.
Adam, what if we just put the entire Dodgers roster on the front cover?
If Andy Pies is on the front cover, Josh, I'd still argue if all the Dodgers are on there, but if Andy Pages and Jordan Vivas make it, then I'd be a little bit happy. Josh, I
We
think
got a
it's
new
time.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got a new game for you guys today. Adam, you could tell them what it is. I don't even understand what it is yet. But then right after that we'll have career path, as always.
Yeah, Josh, it's time for Nationals or never. Did these players play for the Washington Nationals or not? We're gonna go a rapid fire through 5 players, and then we'll head into career path. Josh, let's get started here. I'm gonna I'm gonna squat a little bit for you guys right now because I'm so excited for this new game. Josh, did John Lester ever play for the Washington Nationals?
John Lester did
Pitcher.
not.
Josh, you are incorrect. John Lester did play for a season on the Washington Nationals in
He was on the
2021. I think it
Cubs
might have
for
been,
a while.
yeah, like might have been like half a season. That's a
Yeah.
name you just forget.
Yeah.
Curtis Granderson.
No.
You're correct. Curtis Granderson. He bumped around after his Mets stand for a little while, but never ended up on the Nationals. Next up is Asdrubal Cabrera.
Absolutely. 2019 World Series.
Yes, Asdrubal Cabrera was on the Nationals. That one, I mean, that one's pretty obvious. I hope all you guys at home got that one. Then we got Craig Stammen. Little relief pitcher action there, Craig Stammen.
Yeah, I give it to him.
Yes, Josh. Craig Stammen actually was on the Nationals for like 6 seasons to start off his career, and then he went to the Padres. And you really don't think Craig Stammen went out Nationals, but if you remember his time in the early 2010s, he was a National. Craig Stammen right now, the head coach for the manager for the San Diego Padres. We got another manager coming up soon, but first we got Brandon Drury.
No.
You're correct. Again, Brandon Drury did not play for the Washington Nationals. Then another head coach right now, Stephen Vogt, Josh.
No, he didn't play.
He did not. You are correct. I think you went 5 for 6 right there, Joshua. That's a very fine showing on our first ever Nationals or never. Let's head right into career path. Josh, this player, we're not loading. So, there we go. This player is a DH slash right fielder. This player started his career off 2005 with the Milwaukee Brewers and then played with the Texas Rangers from 2006 to 2013. Then went to the to the Orioles in 2014, not the wrong other Baltimore team. And then from 2015 to 2018 was with the Seattle Mariners. And then from 2019 to 2021 was with the Twins. In 2021 was traded to the Tampa Bay Rays and then played with the Nationals in 2022, and then with the Padres in 2023. Josh, I believe you'll remember this guy mostly as a DH. He's out of the league right now.
Holy crap.
Yeah, a lot going on right there. But this guy, he's been in the league for a while and for a good reason. DH slash right fielder, but I would focus more on the DH.
What season was he on the Nets?
2022.
God. Oh boy. And then he went to the Padres right after in 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I might be
Only
stumped a
played
little.
like he played 124 games for the Nationals that year, so a lot. And then the year after, only played 49 games for the Padres. So he was about ending his career for us. I'll give you a little hint. This guy is He's from the Dominican Republic. Is there any awards that I could like? I mean, he's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-time All-Star. Josh. He's finished in the MVP voting multiple times. Never won an MVP himself, but yeah, this guy's Silver Slugger 1 year. I mean, no, like 4 years, 4-time Silver Slugger. He's a pretty well known player.
Jeez, who did the Nats have in 2022? Gosh, because I was going to sleepaway camp at the time too, so I couldn't even follow them too closely. Oh gosh, this is a bad
Josh,
this
I'm gonna give you one last hint. A little bit of
yeah.
a bigger guy, Josh. This guy, he loves to hit for power. He's known to be a power hitter. But he's been in the league for a long time. Older guy. That's my hint for you right there, Josh.
Okay. Um it's not Candelario because he's a third baseman. He went to the Reds afterwards. I loved Jaime Candelario though. A big Dominican guy who played on the Nats in 2022 as a pinch hitter. A big Dominican guy.
All right, Josh.
Gosh,
Ding,
I'm
ding,
at
ding.
rock
Time is
bottom.
up. This guy is. Drum roll, please.
Dum dum dum.
Nelson Cruz. Josh Nelson Cruz played a season with the Washington Nationals.
Yep.
Everyone knows him, but it's tough when he only played one season for our team, and he's played on so many different teams. Josh Nelson Cruz, he had a great career, great player in the league.
He's the DH equivalent of Bartolo Colon, basically.
Yeah, I mean he represents what it is to be a journeyman in the MLB and what it is to be a fan favorite. Because this guy's he's just a fun player to watch. And Bartolo Colon, you just said, Josh, I love Bartolo Colon, man.
He's a
That guy
dog.
was
He's a
fun.
dog.
That guy was a fun
And
player.
and
Yeah.
everyone knows the play with the thing. He's going towards the foul line behind the back over to first base. Everyone knows the play.
Yeah, he's running. He goes, hits a little. Ah, sorry,
Ah,
I'm
yeah.
really energized right now. I want to play some snow football with the boys later. But Josh, I think that's all we have on this show today.
That is all we have. The Nats are making some moves. The Nats are making some moves. Josh doing okay on the first trivia, not so good on the second one. That's pretty much if you
That's all
didn't
she
watch
wrote,
last
man.
if you didn't watch the last 22 minutes, those 3 bullet points there is pretty much what you got from the show today. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been Josh, that's Adam, and we will see you
Later.
later.